Hello, hey everyone, welcome in, and thank you so much for starting your morning with me. Happy Friday to everybody. I'm super excited to be here with you, and because you are here with me, I know that you are somebody who really values the art of working smarter, not harder. So if that is you, you are in the right place. In fact, during this time together, I'm going to be showing you how you can save time later on when it comes to your social media or social media for your business. So, again, if that sounds like something you're interested in, hang with me. I'm really excited to do this walkthrough with you. In fact, I'll be sharing my screen throughout most of this time and show you how you can implement this inside of Munch Studio as soon as today. Now, there's a couple different ways to get the most out of this session. It'll probably be around 30 minutes or so. And at the very end, I'm going to be doing a Q&A with you. Okay, so if you have any questions that are popping up throughout this tutorial, go ahead, find right now that little Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. You should see it there. You can always pop different things in. I'll save those questions for the very end, but I can't wait to get to them. That's like my favorite part. I'll share screen with you and help to get all of those answered for you. Now, while we're talking about the Q&A button, I would love if you can open that up right now and let me know how much time do you have? How much time can you spend on your social media a week? Is that an hour? Is it 30 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? Let me know. I'd really love to hear from you before we kick this off. That way I can kind of tailor this to how much time you've got on your hands. And if you've got zero, kick it to 5 minutes. That's all that you'll need. In fact, throughout this, I'm going to be showing you how you can plan out your social media for the entire month in only about 30 minutes or so. Okay, but there's different ways if we want different depths of how we're tailoring our content that can help to create better results, but it takes a little bit of time. Anthony says there's an echo on my end and my sound is weird. Okay, I have headphones right here and let me see if that can help. And then Judy put in the chat, she says about 1 hour of time. Okay, anybody else? And Anthony, I'm counting on you, my friend. I'm plugging these in. Let me know if this is any better for you. Okay, switching to the headphones. Let me know if that is good, and I'll keep on going. Judy says I'm coming in clear. Okay, good to hear, good to hear. Um, all right, so whether you have an hour or you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it is, I'm kind of going to tailor this around that. Jennifer says I'm coming in clear. Okay, thank you guys for the feedback. Okay, great. So again, my name is Allie, and I'm here to show you how you can plan your social media for the entire month in only about 30 minutes. So let's dive in. I'll share screen with you, but the first thing that I want to call out is that what I'd highly recommend for us, if you are going to knock it out in 30 minutes, a month, or an hour, a week, whatever it is, plug it into your calendar. I live and die by my calendar. And if you are like me, plug that in so you're making sure this is on your to-do list and doesn't end up being something that you scrape to the side because you're busy spinning so many other plates. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll walk through this together. So here we're on the inside of Munch Studio. If you're not yet on the inside, you can go to munchstudio.com. And if you're not already a member, you can take a free trial. So whether you're a member or this is your first time hearing about Munch Studio, take the free trial at the least, and then we can walk through this together. Now, when you first get started, and a lot of you guys are probably at this step, you'll just simply type in your URL, your website, and then it's automatically going to create these content ideas and posts that are ready for you. So you don't have to spend that 1 hour you have a week on Canva trying to figure out how the heck to become a designer when you're really a business owner or you have a personal brand, right? So I'm going to spend most of our time inside of this little planner area because that's where I go to plan out a month's worth of content. But let's start with the Explore page because this is where you can see all these ready-made ideas that you basically just have to click publish on. You can schedule these to go live, you can post them in real time, and what I really love is that you can actually edit any of them to change any of the verbiage, the design, make sure it's how you like it to be before it goes live. Now, I'm not going to get too far into how to edit it and make it really granular in this because this session is about speed, baby. So I'm going to show you how you can choose your favorites and then schedule these to go live throughout the week, throughout the month. So I'm going to close my Q&A and I'll jump back to that in just a second. Now, from our Explore page, one of my favorite things to do is just to go through and heart some of my favorites. So if I'm looking at a design and I'm like, oh, that doesn't really feel like me or my brand, I'm not going to heart it. In fact, you can actually archive some of those too. So at the end of the day, we're looking at the content that we really know and love, and that's already been like approved by us in advance. So this one I think is super cute. I'm gonna go ahead and heart this one here. This is made specifically for Instagram, and in fact is a carousel post, which we know does really well. So let's take a brief look at how this carousel is put together and is very value focused, sharing some fun and healthy snacks for kids. Now, this account, this mock account, is specifically for kids' nutrients and vitamins. So that's why you're seeing a lot of kid content. Yours might not look like this at all, right? Because it's going to be tailored around what your business is and the solution that you solve. Now, I really love this one too. This is an Instagram reel, so this is going to have a little bit of that video element to it, which again, we know videos are really popular online today. So that's a video that you don't have to go and record, that's ready for you to post and publish. I love this one. This is cute. And we're just going through again and hearting some of our favorites. What I love is that these aren't all just Instagram. You can see I also hearted a Facebook one. This one's for LinkedIn. Here's another one for LinkedIn, I think is value forward. Okay, great. So I've hearted quite a bit. Now from here, we can actually sort through these and just take a look at our saved posts. So these are the favorites that we've decided on. So now we can schedule any of these to go live directly from here, right? We'd click on share, we'd choose the time that works best for us. We make sure that it's the social media that we're looking for. My account's not connected on this account. That's why you're seeing this error. In fact, I'll show you how you can connect your account to Munch Studio. That is the secret sauce that actually makes this work. Your account has to be connected. So that is a necessary step before you start to publish. But you can see that the description or the caption, even the hashtags have been written for us. And there's this little edit button here if you do want to dive into that. Otherwise, you can schedule this to go live. So you could schedule right there. Let me see, I think I have my Facebook connected. So you can see here, again, we can update the time and we can schedule that to go live. This brings us automatically to our content planner. So let me take a look at this next week so you can see a full scope. And let me close out of that. What I just closed out of actually is a little tutorial that I filmed. So you'll see these little eye icons inside of your Munch Studio account. If you ever see one of these, this is just me popping in to help you and to go through this step by step. So if after this call, you're like, what did that Allie girl say about this step? You can watch this video. I try to keep them short for you, around 3 minutes, that walk you through how to really use this page. Okay, great. So let's take a look at this further. You can see sometimes there's a little plus icon too, and that means that maybe there's a couple posts at that same time that are ready to go out. Now, all of these little gaps are not random parts of your content planner. They're all added in from your content strategy. This is automatically created when you join Munch Studio. You have a content strategy that's made by our experts, and through the power of AI, that tells you when to post and across what platforms. So that way, you're not just guessing or having question marks ever again. Now, I do want to share that not every single one of these gaps has to be filled. If you don't want to post that much, or if you want to edit your content strategy, you can absolutely do that from here. You'll select this edit button, and from here, you can change what that content strategy looks like. Like, let's say we don't want to post on Tuesday morning, and we don't want to post on Facebook Mondays. We can review the changes, apply, and you'll see that our content calendar is automatically updated with those changes as well. All right, so let's talk about how to plan your content a month in advance in 30 minutes, right? That was kind of our tagline for this, so I want to make sure I'm getting to that right away. What you can do is you can come directly into your planner. Now from here, any of these gaps that you would like to fill, you can click on them, and then it's going to be showing you LinkedIn specific content where you can actually choose, click, schedule, post now, or schedule for then directly from here. But what I also like is that you have the option to sort through your saved content too. So already I know that I saved a LinkedIn one. So let's go ahead and take a look here, see if we can find it. This one here. And then we can schedule that to go live on that Monday. Pretty cool, right? Now, again, you can customize this as much or as little as you would like. So what I really like here is that this caption has been fully written out in a little bit more of a LinkedIn way versus something like TikTok or Instagram where we like to keep things short and sweet. This is really providing value to our LinkedIn audience. So let's go ahead and schedule this one for Monday, and you'll see that pop directly into our content calendar. Now, again, the social media account isn't connected, so you'll see this little red icon. Next, we'll move in how to do that, but I want to show you a couple more examples here because you guys saw how quickly that was able to be added in. So let's just do a couple more so you can kind of see how much time it takes to just start posting some of these. So, oh shoot, I chose LinkedIn again. Let's choose a Facebook post. Go to our saved, give this a little second to load. Okay, let's choose a Facebook specific content. We have this video here. Again, you'll want to make sure you're watching the content, make sure it's accurate, editing it if you'd like any changes. I love the amount of motion that we're getting on this one. It's really cool and very relevant. We've got a kid that's cooking, perfect for this niche and audience. And then we'll schedule that one to go live. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can edit these before they go live. You can make any of those changes and select save changes or delete the post if you change your mind later. So you're not married to these having to go live, but you can go in and schedule as many as you would like. Now, if we want to take a look at the next week, we'll scroll up, go to the next week, and again, we'll pop in and start to schedule some of those posts. Now, again, I'm going to get to the Q&A at the very end. So if you have any questions that are popping up, make sure that you're dropping those in there. And I'd love to continue the tutorial with you on the planner section later on too. But let's keep going. I know I saw in the chat earlier that someone was like, I have an hour that I can spend max on social media. That's an amazing and incredible amount of time. So I want to show you how you can go even deeper to specifying this content and tailoring it a little bit more to you, to your brand. Now, it says new content's been generated, so let me go ahead and click show. And it's automatically refreshed this content for us. You can continue to refresh this content at any time by selecting add content and then quick posts. That's kind of doing a refresh on this and bringing you new branded ideas or new templates that have been edited for your brand. Now you can also select tailor post to your vision, and from here it puts you in the driver's seat where you actually get to tell it what you would like to see. Now, if you ever need prompt examples, click on this here and we'll give you some ideas of how you can position this to really make the most out of the ability to tailor your posts. Now, something else that I really love to talk about and walk people through is how to really make all of your content be filtered in a way where you're getting the best results that you can time after time. You don't have to ask for something specific, but you have the ability to give Munch Studio further direction so that way it's creating posts that feel more you. Now you can do that by going into your brand settings. From here, I definitely recommend checking this out. You can further build your brand identity, or if you're doing video projects, you can update your brand kit right here. Now let's just go to this overview because this is the area, if you do have time, I'd love you to spend the most time in. Outside of the planner, of course, because that's just getting it done. But if we're trying to specify our content, make it more specific, you can jump into this business description here, and you want to consider this as the filter. Now, Munch Studio is generated by the power of AI. And so it's going to take a look at your business description, the problem that you solve, every single time before it generates the content. So if there's something specific you would like to see or not see, you can update your business description, kind of like the longest run-on sentence or the longest paragraph that you would like it to be. So it's making sure that it's checking on this before producing that content. Now, for example, because this is a kid's brand, I might say, I want to showcase vegetables. Maybe my brand doesn't like to utilize fruit. So I would say in here, please don't, well, I'm using manners, but don't showcase fruit. I want the emphasis to be on vegetables specifically. Or I want this content to be colorful and showcase kids between the ages of 5 to 9. This is where you can get specific to help in generating these results. All right. Now, the other thing I want to show you, made a little list, is the media library. So if you already have content like photos of your brand, of yourself, things that are relevant to your business, you can upload these here. Now, you don't have to upload any content at all when you start Munch Studio or as you continue to use it. You'll see that Munch Studio is consistently, like just 5 minutes ago, it added in a few more pictures. It's consistently adding in more stock footage, more royalty images that you can use on your social media. This one's so cute. So you can count on that. Or if there's any pieces of content that are popping up, you can actually go here and delete or remove usage. But again, you can add in your own content so that way you're being showcased, your brand images, maybe your business, if you have an office, is actually being showcased here. So again, this is just going to tailor it to be more you. Now, two other things that I really want to walk you through before I get to that Q&A. We have this new fresh idea feature, and I'd be remiss if I didn't point this out. When we're talking about speeding up the process, a lot of the times, if you're like me, where you can get stuck is on new ideas, especially if you're the person that's going to be on camera or someone on your team is going to be. It's like, I know that we need to be talking, I know that we need to be showing up, but what the heck are we going to say? And how are we going to be presenting that? So, Fresh Ideas really is here to support you if you ever feel stuck in what type of content you can be creating. Because again, the stock images are great, but the more you that you're able to pour into this, the better. So with Fresh Ideas, it's automatically going to be creating a script for you. It's letting you know what type of equipment you need. For example, this one's just a phone, whereas this one is a cutting board, a knife, pre-cut fruit, where you might be doing a little bit more of a demo. The duration of it, which is always going to keep it short and punchy, and the platform that would be best for. But you're welcome to post it across any platform you would like. Here you can view the script. You can use the prompter mode, or you can even download this as a document. Now from here, it's telling you exactly what to do, how you should start. Start mid-walk in a bright kitchen or backyard. Hold the phone at arm's length, slightly below eye level, relax pace, natural lighting, no tripod, right? We're doing this selfie mode. And it's telling you what you should do or what you should say, starting with a hook. The probiotic in your kid's yogurt is probably not doing much for bloating. So again, this is a script that you can totally work with. In fact, if you want new ideas too, you can click on Add Ideas and select some of your favorites. So anyways, I thought this was super cool and a great way to help you get off of the blank page that's in your mind when it comes to what you should be filming. Once you have that content filmed, you can jump into our projects area, add in your videos here, and that will allow you to add different things like captions, different things on camera, to cut it up to remove any of those blank spaces, or take your long form video and cut it into 30-second or so bite-sized pieces of content. Now, the last thing that I said I would walk you through is this integrations area, and I'm only pointing it out because it's so important. Again, this is the magic that actually makes your posts go live. You could schedule them all day long and come to our next call and be like, Allie, I planned my entire month. It's going live. And I'm going to ask you if your accounts are connected. And you better say yes. Because again, if you plan this all out, but it doesn't have a place to go and live and publish, then it's going to fall flat and never actually go live. So you'll want to pop into this integrations area where I filmed a video for you showing you how you can integrate your account. So all you'll do, I'm disconnected here, I click on reconnect, and it will show me which accounts to connect to. Same for Facebook, etc., etc. So I have my different accounts where I can continue to follow the prompts to get those connected. Same thing for Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and even TikTok. So let me go ahead, stop sharing screen real quick, and then I'll go through those Q&As to get those questions answered for you. All right. Carla asked, does Munch Studio create infographics? Carla, you will not believe. I can't picture what an infographic is. It can create content specific to the social media platforms. So if you have more context around what you're looking for in that infographic, let us know. I can share that a lot of the post, the majority is going to be very value-based and bring a lot of information that's specific to your niche to the content that it's creating. But it doesn't specifically create like a PDF or trifold or anything like that. Judy asked, I manage my company's LinkedIn. How do I connect my company's LinkedIn without connecting my personal profile? So, great question, Judy. When you follow the prompts, you'll want to be using your company's login. So, they should have a separate login from the one that you have. And if not, if it happens to be connected, I'd highly recommend reaching out to the team to see if we can get you a step by step on that. So, if you go to support@munchstudio.com, or sorry, if you email support@munchstudio.com, they should be able to give you further direction if those two don't seem to live separate. Anthony asked, my issue is I'm running out of content for Facebook specifically. Right now, I have 7 pieces of content, and my weekly schedule is calling for 10. Anthony, you kind of have a couple options here. One is, you know, you don't have to be married to the the content plan that's laid out for you. I love that you're like, I want to fill in every single gap. Like I want to do this and post super frequently. 7 is fabulous a week. So I wouldn't push you much beyond that. In fact, you can update your content strategy to land closer to that 7. But if you are like, no, I'm dedicated to this. I want to have 10 pieces of content. Then, just like I showed you inside of the brand setting, if you niche down, get a little bit more specific, or if you use the option to tailor post your vision, you'll get a refresh that again is going to be more tailored to kind of, or at least give you more diversity in what it is that you're seeing. Judy asks, I love the clips from long form video feature. Me too. However, the editing seems constrictive. Any recommendations on editing videos for TikTok or YouTube Reels, adding stock videos in at certain times? Absolutely. You know what, Judy? We didn't go too far into that. And I think we have enough time where I can pop into that area and we'll use one of my past projects too. So let's say we're popping into this one here. Okay, and this again, this is taking a long form video. I think this was maybe a couple minutes long. Oh, you know what? I think this one I just added text on screen. But anyhow, regardless, we can use this video here, and I'll show you how you can make different edits to it. So from here, we're able to crop our videos by pulling in these edges. Again, I think this is one that's been auto cropped for us. I'm not sure what I was working on here. But you can add in different videos here too. So if you wanted to add a stock video on screen, you're welcome to do that too by clicking here and then choosing the placement of where this goes. Let me see if I can pick this up and drag it. Let me try to undo that, find a better placement for this, and see if I can add that in here. Oh, you know what? I'm having a little bit of trouble with that too, Judy. You know what? Let me look into that. And for our next call, I'd love to fit that into and kind of go further into how we can edit this. So I think that's a really great point that you're bringing up. And I'll check in with the team to see how I can kind of improve my skills on this too. Okay. You can also change different things like the subtitles. You can add images on the screen as well. You can add shapes, audio. With this, you can add our royalty-free audio, or you can upload specific audio if there's something else that you want to bring in. Something else that I really love about this feature is the magic captions, where you can actually choose between short, medium, or a longer caption before publishing. So it's gonna kind of filter through the length there and give you results depending on how long you want that. So sorry about that one, Judy. Definitely, again, would love if you can join us next week. I'll see when we plan to go live and see if I can kind of up my own personal skill on that too. Adolfo says, how do I make it regenerate the content? So let me close out of this. From the Explore page here, what you can do is select Add Content and then go to Quick Posts. Now from here, it's probably going to take about a minute or so to generate some content. Then it's going to show a green button that says like content is ready for you. And then from there, it'll refresh and give you new content to choose from. All right. Thanks for your message, Carla. I also got a message. Will you be sharing this recording? It's good to have if we ever need to go back. Yes, this is going to be emailed out to you afterwards. So great question. Amber asked, how do I get it to generate more content that's more aligned with what I'm trying to do? I feel that I've expressed my goal, but it seems to deviate from that. Example, I want to show off office culture, but it keeps generating content specifically for real estate agents. Wow, that's a really great question, Amber. Let me show you a couple different options here. So we went through brand settings, but judging by the time that you sent that, I'm sure we already went through it at that point. So again, this is really where I would go to recommend that you make those specific asks. Another thing that you could do if it's just not hitting the mark and it's feeling really off, you can reset your brand. Note that when you do this, you do lose progress. So if anything is already scheduled to go live, you lose that in this. But it could be worth if you have a gap in some of or you don't have things scheduled, you might want to just quickly reset your brand. And what it's going to be doing a lot from is pulling from your website. And so, making sure that that's accurate or you're adding in additional pictures for it as you're resetting that brand, I think could be really helpful too if you have specific office images. Okay, let me stop sharing here. How do you upload your own music? So right in that area inside of projects, let me close out here. So inside of projects, when we hop into a video, let me go to edit. And then you'll have the option for audio right here. And you'll want to make sure that you have that audio that you're looking for, that MP3, downloaded to your computer. If you have it downloaded to your computer, you're ready for this step because when we click on upload, it's going to pull from your device. So from here, hopefully you're seeing this pop up. But from here, you can select that audio and then choose to open it. You can choose the volume and the placement of where the audio comes into. All right, let me stop sharing. Okay, and also asked, can I have it always use my own hashtags? Absolutely. So in that brand settings where we're asking them, I said earlier, like, show me kids between the ages of 5 to 9. That's where you'll want to say, I always want to use these 5 hashtags or these 4 hashtags. And you can add those in there. That way, all of the content, when it's generated, is going through that filter. It will auto-populate those hashtags for you. Now you can also edit it if you feel like it's missing something or you want to change it per post. You can jump in, edit the content, and then go to that description. And at the very bottom, you can type in those hashtags too. All right, everybody. We are right at time. And again, this is something that will be sent to you, but I really appreciate your guys' amazing participation and your questions that you've brought into this. For those of you where I said I'll circle back, I'll kind of do some research and then help in bringing that to the next call. I'd love to see you there. So stay tuned. We'll make sure to email and also do a little pop-up inside of your Munch Studio account to let you know of the next live call. But really, today we walked through a lot between how to speed up your process of creating social media posts. Now, again, one of those biggest features, my favorite area was that planner where you can jump in, you see all of those blank spots created by your content strategy, and you can start to fill those in with your favorite posts. Edit them, take them across the finish line, or post them as is. Now, what I want you guys to all take away outside of everything that we already talked about is carving out the time to actually make this happen. As you saw, it doesn't take very long, but it does take you to take it across the finish line. We'll help in generating it, choose your favorites, and then schedule those to go live, tailoring your brand settings where you can. I saw a lot of great questions coming through about that, and I'm so excited for you guys to hop in and take it another level further. Well, thank you all so much again. Have an amazing day. Again, my name was Allie, and I can't wait to see what you create next. All right, thanks everyone. See ya.